My name is Arshad Ali. I come from Larkana, Pakistan. Life there is not easy. The summer heat is intense, often crossing 50 Celsius. The narrow roads are suffocating, packed tight with a restless sea of cars. Above us, the messy roof wires hang low that turns every commute into a silent prayer for safety. Growing up in a middle class family in an interior city means fighting for every dreams because opportunities are fewer. For more than 2 decades, I saw how hard it is to get a quality education when your pockets are empty but your heart is full. I worked hard and finished my FSC with an A1 grade. My dream was to be a doctor, but when I failed the entry test, the silence felt heavy. I tried other fields, but I kept hearing the sound of doors closing one by one. It felt like I was stuck in the mud, but I didn't stop. The air felt different that morning. It was a strange feeling, like the universe was finally shifting its weight. After so many closed doors, I felt a sudden, quiet spark of certainty that something big was about to change. That spark led me to an internship at ABL Funds in Karachi. I discovered the world of mutual funds and watched how markets breathe and move. After the long wait and the nervous energy of three different offices, I finally walked through the doors of MCB funds. That was the happiest day of my life. I realized my true passion was economics. I didn't just want a job, I wanted to see how money flows like a river across borders, fueling the growth of nations. In the middle of Karachi heat, a single conversation lit a fire in my heart. A friend told me about Al Bukhari International University in Malaysia gives scholarship to students like me. I felt a rush of hope. My heart beat fast as I sent my application, followed by weeks of silence. One day, a new email popped up. My hand shook as I read the word shortlisted. My family and I couldn't believe it. It was a miracle, and in that moment, the distance between Pakistan and Malaysia suddenly felt a lot smaller. December 4, 2025, I stood at Karachi airport. Saying goodbye to my parents was the hardest thing I have ever done, a feeling I cannot describe. I was the first person in my family to travel abroad at this age. Walking away from them was the heaviest walk of my life. I carried their hopes and my dreams in a single heavy heart. I stepped onto the Batik airplane. I had never seen an airplane up close before, and now I was inside one. I had spent my life looking at the sky, but now I was finally soaring above the clouds. As we took off, I looked out the windows and watching my city turns into tiny lights from the sky. That was a feeling I can't put into words. After the endless hours of waiting, I touched down in Kuala Lumpur at 6 a.m. The morning air fresh, an unknown place. I waited 14 hours for other students, those were coming from Indonesia, and together we moved toward waiting bus. Then a long 8 hours bus drive. Fatigue settled deep into my bones, but I refused to close my eyes.
चांदनी रात बड़ी देर के बाद ये है चांदनी रात बड़ी
I
देर
didn't want to
के
miss a single second of the land I had prayed for. I knew with every mile that I was leaving the waiting behind. I was finally moving towards a life I had only seen in my dreams. At 3 a.m. on December 6, 2025, the bus stopped. Here, under the vast Malaysian sky, the air was cool and the silence was heavy with promise. I looked up at the quiet halls and whispered a single word, Alhamdulillah. I had traveled from the scorching sun of Larkana through the tangled wires and congested road and across the clouds. My feet were finally on the ground where my dreams would grow. My journey had not just ended, it had finally begun. For a decade, I carried the weight of my family's hopes on my shoulders. I lived in the lonely silence of a dreamer who has no proof that he will succeed. But when that miracle finally arrived, it was not just a piece of paper, it was a feeling of a tight knot finally losing in my chest. Reaching Malaysia was not just a trip, it was a moment my soul finally breathed. After that so much waiting, Allah finally said, Now. The success tastes sweeter because I know exactly how much the silence of waiting used to hurt. Through all those years, I was never alone. My friends were my strength. We walked the same dusty road of Larkana together. When the life was hard, we cried together. When we were happy, we laughed until we could not breathe. We shared our dreams and our fears. I left a piece of my heart behind with my nieces and nephews. I used to spend every day with them. Now, oceans apart, I look at our old photos and hope they know how much their uncle loves and misses them. Saying goodbye to them was very hard. I moved to Malaysia, but I still carry our memories in my heart every day. In the last, I want to say you that never stop believing. Success is not just about the destination, it's about the courage to keep walking when the road is dark. The miracle is waiting for the moment you're ready to receive it. If a boy from narrow, congested road of Larkana can reach these halls of light, so why not you? When you work hard and trust God, the destination is always worth the wait.